what up? It's Maxxsmash201. Alright, so I got my homie, Osama, Phiman Biggs, Grill, Dev, and Ashy Knuckle Andre. Alright. Alright, so today's topic is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Related topic, is why people don't main Mystical Space Typhoon. We all seen it in the deck list, ARG list, whatever, and fucking whatever decks they're playing, they don't main Typhoon. They cite it. So, Osama, why do you think people don't main Typhoon? Starting with you.
I guess people feel like it's too one-for-one. But like, it's not. Like, if you play smart, you could win the duel. Like, I feel like that one back row, why be concerned? Why try to play through it? I get it. Most decks really can. Like, you don't have to worry about back row at this day and age in Yu-Gi-Oh! But I feel like, why, like, concern yourself when you can have a one-for-one that, like, wins you the duel? I feel like it's worth it. Especially at 3, it's like, dude, no, play it. It's like, you know, your one vanities is gone, your one skill drain, negate your tanky, too good.
Phiman Biggs, your turn. Why do you think people don't main Mystical Space Typhoon?
Because they like losing to one-offs. I mean, like, how many times have you been in a situation where you're like, oh, here's a lose one turn. I guess I lost game 1. Play Space Typhoon. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Grill, why do you think people don't main Mystical Space Typhoon?
Because they bad. That's
and he don't even play Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean, you gotta have an MST in your deck there. The card game.
Business casual. Listen to
you know, you got your mats out and your
Bro,
your cards.
you see this paperwork? All this paperwork says main MST.
Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Damn, why don't think people main Mystical Space Typhoon?
Doesn't negate.
Exactly, it doesn't negate.
Doesn't it? I thought it missed negates.
They're like, oh, it destroys.
Andre, how come you don't think people main Mystical Space Typhoon?
It's a bad card.
Andre means MST because it's the only card that's at the cross.
Alright, so one of the top decks, which is so funny.
You proxy MST, by the way.
This is so funny because
I'm not. You proxied MST.
one of the top tier decks right now is Clifford Turbo. So Scout got hit, right? To what? 2, right?
Two. Emptiness is at 1 skill.
And you know, people main, you know, what you call it? lose one turn.
Yeah.
Why? See, if people main Typhoon, Clifford Turbo wouldn't be like that big of an issue.
People like the reason people like why people don't main MST. One, Necros is a top deck, right? They don't really play back row.
Sure.
There's other decks that don't really play back row. Another thing is in the regards of Towers Turbo, they get it on you turn 1. What's the MST you can do then? You lose because you play for the best first turn hand. Setting MSTs isn't going to get you combo pieces, honestly. That's why people don't, and it doesn't negate.
Well, the thing is, like, if you go first turn, you're gonna want that MST.
No, you're not. With what deck? Just as an example.
Well, only against Squillport Turbo. You're gonna want that
if
MST.
you go first.
Yeah, you go first. You set up your board, set your MSTs, and then this Scout 800. Oh, they have.
As an example, you play Burning Abyss, right? You play Burning Abyss. So, would you just rather have Firelink set with the 2 monsters, ideally?
I would ideally
rather have a way to just go Dragon instead of having to have a set card there.
True.
Yeah, I'd rather have Stellar Nova, not have to deal with it at all. Whatever proxy deck he's running at the time, it'll have some proxy against it.
That was the best reason ever.
That's gonna be on probably the intro of the video.
Bro, that almost got me to not mean MST.
Oh, that's a dope ass commercial. But like, you know,
he said,
like not meaning a Typhoon is like saying, hey, you're gonna lose to this card. And it's gonna be there forever.
So what I don't understand is how like Shadol.
Like you brought up a good point. Yeah, Necros is a deck. Yeah.
Shadol loses to every floodgate, and Shadol players insist on playing no MST's main deck in one draft.
Every top tier deck, you know, loses to a floodgate.
Like,
honestly,
I don't understand that.
Because you play for your first turn hand, realistically.
I mean, that's true.
And you also play assuming you're gonna wind up going against apparently just Necros decks all day. So.
Because I play Sellers, and fucking lose one turn is a bitch. Even if you do have even if I have a Nova, like it's still a bitch to take care of. Now I'm looking forward to seeing 2 more of those shits. And people do main Vanity. So like you're gonna lose to this Vanity because I'm gonna have this and I have to rely on you.
Decks lose to the same things you do, and that's another reason they assume
But the difference is a lot of the other top tier decks have other answers to floodgates.
That's the other thing. Every top tier deck has an answer. I have a Delteros or a Triber. He
Yeah.
has Fire Lake. He has whatever Burning Abyss bounces set cards. There's one, right?
But you're relying on you're relying on your trademark deck.
I mean, but you should. I mean, not for nothing. If you're playing a top tier archetype, you should rely on cards from your archetype to solve certain problems.
Yeah, and in reality, like secretly every deck has sank.
But the thing that sucks when it comes to Shaddoll, it's like there are some floodgates that your archetype doesn't answer. Like it's like macro kill Shaddoll, D-Fisher kill Shaddoll, and it's like, well, my archetype dragon isn't gonna solve that because it's not gonna go to you. You know what I'm saying?
I get the aspect of like wanting to side the MSTs, but I feel like you could lose game 1 on some dumb shit. Like, okay, cool port, first turn towers, good fucking luck, you know. But let's say they don't get that. Let's say they have like let's say they got a mediocre hand. I mean, you know, they're probably not going to.
So a mediocre hand means disc with like 2 pendulum monsters and in phase ready, right? And the extra deck, that's their mediocre hand.
Yeah, like
that's not Towers turn 1.
And then like
not Towers turn 1, I can play the game.
Exactly,
yeah,
like
and at that point your MSTs are useless.
No, at that point, that's when you have to see them live. Yeah. You have a chance to fight back.
Because
like,
the MST,
they won't get the towers
at that point, the MST solves the problem that they were depending on for you not to be able to answer their board.
All right, so
because you could establish a board and set like a lose 1 turn or a skill drain, and then you're like, I don't have the MST to get around that.
All right, so next question: do you main Typhoon?
I'm bad, so I main 3.
Do you main Typhoon?
I main 2 side to third and 2 fairy ones.
Do you main Typhoon?
I main 3 and I main the Dust Tornado.
Why do you main Typhoon? Why do we main Typhoon?
Because I don't want to drop game 1 to a floodgate and be like, oh, well, I have to side, and then potentially not draw my side cards. And lose game 2 because I didn't draw my side cards.
My deck loses to lose. I play Talon Knights. I lose to lose 1 a turn. I hate that card.
Yeah.
And I need my normal summon.
I lose
the warning more than any other.
As a Shaddoll player, I lose to way too many floodgates.
Why do you main Typhoon?
I hate the idea of losing to a rogue D-Fish or a rogue macro. Like, game 1, are you fucking kidding me? You have this, you main board this side deck.
It's not really a rogue D-Fish or a macro, but I get what you're saying.
I'm in
we share the same struggle.
Like, why am I fighting this?
We share the same struggle.
Because it's early round, that's where you're fighting.
Like, I main Typhoon just so I can commit.
Yeah.
I want to bluff. Whatever I want to get your bluff, so I'm gonna go like Deneb. All right, bottoms. All right, Typhoon Dash it. Call the haunted. Boom. You know I'm in.
I play Typhoon.
Why do you mean Typhoon?
Tellus is a bitch, and I don't want to deal with
losing the background.
You're losing any background.
We're talking about a guy who makes triple Night Beam, triple Typhoon.
Double Typhoon.
Have you done it? You played Night Beam and
Yeah, he loves Night Beam.
He won't hit your whole background. He won't have a
That's the only card that's not proxy.
But you won't have no background.
Another question I want to ask, just to get, would you play Cyclone over Typhoon like some people do?
No.
I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna main triple Typhoon, 1 Cyclone. Just so I feel like I have like
the
5.
reason I don't want to play Cyclone over that is because if their only backrow is activate D-Fissure, my turn flip a macro, now you can't activate that. It's never ever gonna work. And if you mill it with a deck that mills, now it's banished.
Alright, well, in all fairness, I mean, you're so pro if you just flip them. But like, the thing is, like,
if you open macro,
right?
I have to ask, if they flip macro and have a D-Fisher active, I better see a DD Survivor on their field. If there's a DD Survivor, I will be upset.
Fuck Survivor.
Scout played and Survivor.
And next turn,
should be for a
That's
a Monarch deck.
But like, besides that ridiculous stuff,
that was a really good
Macro Monarch was obnoxious.
Macro Monarch. I had Macro Monarch.
You had a fucking.
Yo, banish your own Kai's for game. Banish your Survivor. They go minus.
Yo, I had the freaking deck with the Light Monarch and the Kai's Monarch, so I can draw. So I can fucking draw. Like, draw. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah,
but in all fairness, we're probably back because we main Typhoon, and that's why we're
so like on the subject of Galaxy Cyclone, like Andre said, Galaxy Cyclone is a good card.
It's not a replacement.
But it's not a replacement. That's exactly what
it is. It a Night Beam replacement?
No.
Or would you?
Is Cyclone a Night Beam replacement? I don't think so.
Not even?
Because I feel like because the whole purpose of playing Night Beam is to not have to deal with chainable
not
background.
the chain, yeah.
And Galaxy Cyclone doesn't solve that problem.
Okay, well with Night Beam, this can happen a lot. Activate Night Beam, target that one face down. They'll chain the other one. So your Night Beam.
Yeah, but at that point, your Night Beam went plus.
The thing is, yeah, granted, your Night Beam went plus. But with Galaxy Cyclone, in theory, you can get like if you main 3, 6 uses out of the card. In theory, and it's not bad. Like the card, like.
Are you playing Yosenju's? That's the only deck you should be using. Like
no, BA could play it.
But the card.
No, I mean like
no, but the card is not bad. Not for nothing, in my opinion. Cyclone is a nice addition to back row.
I think I still prefer MST just because it's changed.
I prefer
Yeah,
MST
MST.
because there's a lot of situations that
MSC is the best bluff card.
MSC is standby phase, my dude. Come on, that's the best. Standby phase,
And
chain.
face.
Nah,
And face
and
MST.
And Phase Typhoon is like,
In my
yeah.
hand, son. You're not even ready for this. Yo, get rid of that monolith. You're not drawing shit.
Not for not for because of Cleaforth and Tanky alone. I feel like MST, and I mean, and as far as like a more like
Yeah, see, cars get
a more
great right now.
consistent thing as far as the meta, like people forget that Teller still means like triple call and Oasis. Like that shit is like
That's a great
you like,
answer to have.
you feel me? You like solve a board and then it's like, oh, I flipped a call and here's the problem right there. You know
I
what
feel
mean?
like the only reason Towers is such a deck is because yeah, like you said, like if you go to a big ass competition and you feel like your bet, like 99% of the fucking competition is Necros where they don't main Typhoon, I feel like that's the reason the deck won.
When 80% of the meta doesn't set back row, it kind of makes sense to not main NXT. But then it's like,
Why lose to that? Like, why lose to
Yeah.
like, some degenerate? Here's this
but
ball
then
that you can solve.
and then
Degenerate.
and then on top, and then
That's
on
your
top of
word
that,
this
like,
month,
there's
yo.
scenarios where like Necros players were maining back row because they knew people weren't maining MST.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And you
Like
have
you
that-
would get hit. Do you know how tragic it is to get mirror forced against Necros?
You're
Because
waiting for
niggas,
that.
not for nothing, yo, people who were playing Necros were playing mirror force main deck because they're like the meta's not playing MSC, the meta's not playing back row hit. So you'll get hit with like a decree from Necros and like just get bodied because all your answers, like if you don't have the Veiler, all your answers are back row. You get decree, and you're like, oh, I guess I lost. You know what I mean?
I'm always gonna main
Or like you
Typhoon.
get mirror force, or
Like-
you get like a random like torrential or some shit from a deck that you don't expect to see it.
Just for
Ooh.
perspective, MST
Ooh,
was
that one-arm
at
slam.
1 at one point because we had Heavy Storm.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, the game they started releasing too many floodgates where you need triple Typhoon. Breaker used to be at 1. He's at 3 now, but nobody's wasting a normal summon on popping back.
People's gonna main Breaker before they main fucking Typhoon.
Don't sleep on Breaker. Yo, they made Breaker the Dark Magical Warrior.
Yeah, and get
The pendulum
Fiendish Chain.
version? The pendulum version. He gets triple. He pops back row.
I don't know. This
Yeah, we won.
is a weird
I got the
thing.
assist. Look.
It's an extremely weird thing. Like I can see how like it's one of those things like when you're thinking on like
When you get dumb decks like fucking cards that got hit in Clifford, like all this shit got hit, like
and it's
and
busted.
still top
It's still
thing
busted.
because
It's not top because of MST. Let's just it's top because Towers is a stupid card.
it's top because people don't
Towers is a
main
stupid
fucking
card.
MST.
That's why I still
Because
push
It's
It's
it.
top.
was like-
It's top because stuff like Necros fucking don't main. Like yeah.
I need an out.
Honestly, just random side question. Would you ever problem with Achilles if Towers wasn't a card after they got hit like this?
No.
Not really, right? They'd still just be a really good
Oh,
top.
can you put
It'd
a
be a
volume
good-
for these new days coming in?
It'd
Oh,
be,
that's actually getting hype.
it'd be a good tier 1 deck. It
Well,
would
they
be
never
like,
lost much because even Turner was like,
I don't know, man.
why is he doing that?
Main Typhoon. Main Typhoon. Main. I don't know if you guys see it right now, but we're actually watching wrestling while talking about this because we don't really care
And
about
Kofi
what's
is really
happening.
doing some suspect.
So
Not even close. Yo, Kobe loves being in a tag team like champion. Like,
I thought they were gonna push Kofi when he did that whole thing with Randy Orton, and then nothing happened.
yeah. But anyways, back to
Back to what we're
Typhoon.
talking about.
yeah, Lucha Dragons
Listen,
won, guys.
I can see, like I was gonna say, like I can see
Lucha,
if you're thinking,
Lucha,
if you're
Lucha.
thinking like a local or like a regional mentality, meaning MST is more important. When you're talking about like higher level, like YCS, like ARG competition, where like 80% of your matches you expect to go, because realistically,
It's funny
you
you
can't go
say
into a
that.
higher form.
But know what's funny? Like in the beginning rounds where you play against dumb shit. Can you imagine losing to some real some
It
dumbass
happens, bro.
floodgate?
It happens.
If I
bro.
lose to Messenger of Peace, if I lose to any burn shit,
Oh,
because
that
I did not main Typhoon.
Gravity Bind? Did I not exceed the goal?
No, it
Like, what's
happens,
happening?
bro. Like, it happens.
It's
And that's
funny
the
though, because
crazy
like top tier decks. I mean, you usually see the top 16 deck list. A lot of them either wind up mating a bunch of floodgates. They play sided in essentially, or they're the ones that do happen to have their MSTs. Unless the Necros.
And you're Necros, and you're good at Yu-Gi-Oh! apparently.
Yeah, it's playing push and
Alright,
win.
so we got 1 more minute to this so we can end it. Are you still gonna main Typhoon?
Yeah.
Are you still gonna main Typhoon?
Ignites are coming out.
You got to.
There's too many pendulums have become.
Pendulum's gonna be a thing.
If anything, they're the most
Yo,
valuable thing.
And what's sad is
Wavering Eye?
Wavering
Wait,
Eyes.
people will main Wavering Eyes before they
Yeah,
main
let's
Typhoon.
just take out Typhoons and main triple Wavering Eyes, guys. It's more.
Yeah.
So I can't hit your empty.
Yeah, I'm like
Broken.
summon. I'm like summon Tanky.
You got a scale? Let me hit it. Oh, I mean,
I'm still main Typhoon because Vanities is still a thing. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose to that one Vanity.
I want to see people play Twister instead. Say 500, quick play, pop face ups, too good.
Yeah, and we
that's
still think
effectively what we want MST for. But I wouldn't play MST substitutes instead of MST because effectively you just
Like, I can just play the MST.
I just play MST.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Maxxsmash201. And like me on Facebook at Maxxsmash201. Peace!